What is the war doing to your country?
Well, this was the Israelis, they think that they are after Hezbollah, and in fact they are after killing the country and bringing it to its knees.
Why?
For the past 8 days after the operation on the 12th of July, they claim that this is because of 2 soldiers that have been abducted. Well, true, but look at the retaliation. It is in no way from the very beginning that the Lebanese government didn't know about this, and it takes no responsibility, and it disavowed itself of this operation. And we said that we stand ready to step in order to find a solution to this matter. And in spite of this position, the Israeli government opened the gates of madness and the gates of hell on Lebanon, and they are destroying every single thing in the country. Anything. Not only bridges, they have destroyed more than 55 bridges by now, and in fact they are cutting the whole country into pieces, but they are not sparing civilian buildings. Several cases in several villages, so many people, innocent people, civilians, men, women, children, elderly, they have been killed, slaughtered in cold-blooded manner. What do you call this? They speak, the Israelis, they speak about terror, their practices.
The Israelis say the way to stop it is for Hezbollah to withdraw and the Lebanese army to come into the buffer zone, if you like. Can you send your forces there?
Well, let me tell you something. What we have already suggested in the Council of Ministers, as well as in my speech to the nation, that it's high time to really find a real solution to the whole matter, as far as Lebanon is concerned. And we said that Lebanon is ready to really, for the government, prevail in all Lebanon, and whereby it will have a complete monopoly.
But how, Prime Minister?
That's
how?
I'm telling you, by sitting down to deal with the whole issue. Why this issue has come in? Somebody might ask, why Hezbollah now has become that strong? Why? Because there is still a problem in Lebanon which hasn't been resolved, which is the occupation of Shib'a lands. Shib'a farms are still being occupied. For the past so many years, Israeli prisons. And Israel is giving a blind eye and a deaf ear on all these matters. Why? The Lebanese detainees, it is permissible for Israel to keep them. And it is a problem, something that nobody can really accept, the abduction of 2 soldiers. I run to say it is not wise to abduct these soldiers. And I say, but at the same time, why should Israel continue for the past 28 years keeping these Lebanese detainees in its prisons? Why Israel up till now, after withdrawing from Lebanon in the year 2000, it is refusing to give Lebanon the map for the landmines that it has planted in Lebanon? Why? Because Israel wants to keep a thorn in the Lebanese body so that it can bleed and bleed. And in fact, this is leading what? This is leading to a situation where more despair is being created in the country. It is high time. What happened? I think this is something, it's a big thing. How can we really deal with it so that we can come up with a solution to this problem?
The solution, some people say, is Resolution 1559, which calls for the Hezbollah to be disarmed. Do you think that's naive? Do you think Hezbollah could be disarmed without causing another civil war?
Well, that's exactly what I'm saying. This is trying to create another problem, you see. That's why I am suggesting a real solution. In fact, the Taif agreement calls for the government to be in full control of the country. That is an agreement that was made by the Lebanese in 1989. But what really happened? A continuation of problem after problem. I'm saying we've got the Shibha farms. This is Lebanese. And everybody considers this to be Lebanese. Except the Israelis, they don't want it. They want to keep occupying that land, which means that they want to keep the problem. Really proposing that it is high time that we get together and solve all these issues, whereby everybody can get something that will appeal to him. This is the way how to really deal with things. Otherwise, Israel is asking for the withdrawal of Hezbollah, whereby it ends up in having more problems in Lebanon, which it will create a better environment for more despair, not only in Lebanon, but in the whole Arab region, and probably in the whole Muslim world. You see, the situation is getting more and more complicated, and for simple reasons. Look, the map for the landmines, they are insisting not to give it in. A few detainees, they don't want to release them. Why? In their behavior, they are really putting all the ingredients for creating further problems, not only in the region. I'm going to really rush to ask you, is this the way that Israelis can guarantee their security, their safety? You see, this is a real madness what's happening. Some people think that by doing so they can break the neck of Hezbollah. And they confess that for the past 8 days they managed only to break 25% of the war machine of Hezbollah. What it takes to break Hezbollah? Effectively, they managed to break in real essence, I mean in analysis. I don't have the information. In analysis, this is the easy part that they created. The rest, they went underground. And what's happening? They are breaking the Lebanese. They are breaking the Lebanese economy. And instead of imported democracy in the Arab world, they are really putting all the effort in order to break this democracy.
One of the things the Israelis are doing, for whatever reason, is to attack some of your Lebanese army bases, and they have killed Lebanese soldiers.
You know why?
Well, how much of that could you take before you as a government would have to retaliate?
Well, let me tell you, I mean, you know why they actually targeted the engineers. Repairing a road or helps in bridging a steel bridge or something of the sort. In other words, they are telling, we don't want to make anything that can really reduce the sufferings of the Lebanese.
But the question is, how much could you take of that, of your own army being attacked, without...
Let me say something in this respect. As well, that if you exercise a certain pressure, if it is well dosed, you may achieve a certain objective. If you exercise further pressure, you will not achieve the objective. You will have diminishing returns. To the contrary, you will send people who are supposedly are for democracy, are for moderation, are for trying to really find a way of solving problems. You are sending them away and leaving the place only for the extremists.
Two more questions, sir. As you know, the foreign nationals, many of them are leaving, and as you know, tourism and the foreign nationals and the cooperation between your country and other countries, your economy depends partly on it. British, for example, 2,000 we think will leave today. What is your message to the British nationals?
Well, I know that everyone who is leaving is sad. They are sad because everybody who lived in this country, he likes this country. This country is unique. As John Paul II, the Pope, said, this country is not a country, it is a message. Israel is destroying this message. It is a country of convivencia, living together. It is composed of 18 confessional groups. It is a group of minorities. I mean, Israel is trying to break this model of living together.
Your message to the people who are leaving?
No, I'm telling you this about what it means. These people, they know, they understand what this country stands for. They are going to miss this country. And what Israel is doing, it is breaking it.
You want them back?
Well, ultimately, I strongly believe that irrespective of what the Israelis are doing, irrespective of the destruction, and it is so huge, they are trying to take the country backward more than 20 years. I think this country will live again, irrespective. This is my strong belief.
What's the solution? I mean, not 1559, not Shabba farms, but we need to somehow people to stop being killed now. What is the solution now?
That's it, what I'm saying.
But if you start to talk about Shabba farms and territory,
it's not.
But today, what needs to be done?
Today, an immediate and comprehensive ceasefire, and the government will step in to resolve these issues.
Will you step into the border area with your army?
One by one. I'm trying to really. I mean, this is a bunch of all things which has to be clearly indicated, and under the auspices of the United Nations, because the United Nations they left Israel and went already to the United States to meet the Secretary General. I mean that the delegation, after explaining, they will have to come back and discuss with us. We will have to come up with a solution, a creative one, that can handle the immediate problem of having the ceasefire and at the same time address the overall problem. Or else, quick fixes can no longer be acceptable. It is not sustainable anymore, because with all this damage that has been taken, with all this suffering that has been inflicted on Lebanon, I don't think it is anymore possible to have any quick fix. And the quick fix is by saying that, okay, we'll have a buffer zone of 20 kilometers. Okay, what does it mean? 20 kilometers? Then, I mean, the range of the missiles of Hezbollah is more than 70. Well, I mean, what solution did we get? Nothing. Then, directly and courageously to address the real problem. The real problem is occupation. Let's get rid of it. What is the importance of the Shab'a farms? It's nothing. What is the suffering that's being inflicted on Lebanon? What is the risk that the Israelis are taking? Forget about us. What the Israelis are really suffering from this and taking as a risk. They have not really assured their safety and security. And for the past, since 1982, when they invaded Lebanon, did they get any day in which they felt that they are secure and safe? It's no longer, I mean, you say, this war has already given very good, let's say, lessons for everyone. And for the Israelis as well. That should really push them towards looking at the real issue. The real issue is to solve the Palestinian problem. If not, it will take several forms. It will have a lull sometimes, and then it will break most of the other time. It is high time that we should address really all the citizens of Israel and in the Arab world, that we should have peace. Peace that is just right, and that's comprehensive, and that is sustainable. This is the thing that can assure the safety, the security of Israel as well. And the safety and security. And for the Arab and the Israeli children to live and to really build their future. By this thing, I don't think that they are doing the right thing.
Thank you, Prime Minister.